What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to do a video review on my Prinsu Roof rack for my Ram Rebel. I'm super excited about getting this product. I've had it now for a couple months. I have a couple additions been made, got a lot of plans for it on the way, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start from the front and work our way to the back. So in the front, I have the cutout for the light bar. You can get one that'll extend all the way up, so it'll be about level with here. The wind fairing, you can also get the noise reducing trim, which actually does a pretty good job. I don't really notice the road noise for the roof rack at all. Granted, I have my music pretty loud in the truck anyway, so. But when I have everything turned off, windows down, I don't really notice any different. So they have these crossbars that run across that you can move to all these different slots. You can see I've got like some here, move them here, however you want. You can take some out, add them. I have all of mine on. I still have complete access and usability of my roof rack, or excuse me, of my sunroof. I can still open it up, vent it, all that fun stuff. It does come with a couple of these little D-rings, which the only downside is if you want to put stuff like here or in the back, you have to take the bolts out, which this is actually this little eye bolt, a black eye bolt that I got from Lowe's. I have them one on each of the four corners, as well as some of these side-ons. They came with Prinsu, but yeah, if you want to add stuff right here, you can add like a GoPro mount. This is where I'll eventually put the mount for the light bar, so it'll sit flush with the rack. You gotta take these bars off and then slide it in here. But if not, they have these little T-channels right here where you can drop accessories in. And I'll show you some cool stuff we found. If you go to Lowe's and stuff, I believe these are 1/2 inch. Got like these guys. You can get these ones too. They're like quarter inch, I believe it is. And they'll just slide. You can get the nuts for them, mount all kinds of stuff. These are actually what I use to mount the Max Tracks and the Rotopax mount to. And then eventually I have these for when I plan to hard mount some cases to the other side of the roof rack. But it has a lot of functionality. Oh, another really cool thing too is if you're a fan of like the Ram ball system, you're gonna love this. So in here on my dash, I do have one of the little track mounts. And there's my GoPro mount. I usually have mine on there, but I can put that on the roof. Let's check this out. You can take these mounts, slide them in, and there you go. Now you can put a Ram ball accessory up here with, whatever you want to put up here. Usually for me, it's just going to be a GoPro. And it slides right back out. A really neat feature. So Prinsu makes a lot of different accessories that can go on these roof racks. I just have the basic Max Tracks mount and the Rotopax mount up here right now. They can get what it's called a load panel. They're like $100 a piece, but they basically will go in between the two crossbars, and they have all kinds of different mounting points and accessories. They're pretty sweet. I'll eventually plan on picking some up, but I figured this will work for now. So obviously I have a couple Max Tracks right here. I'll get some more, and then I'll be able to have 4 up there. And then that is a 3.5 gallon fuel packs up there. I haven't had any issues with that. I was kind of nervous about it at first, but these things have a dynamic weight of 300 to 450 pounds and a static weight of 500 pounds. So these things can definitely hold up to about whatever you want to do. Now with these eye bolts that I've had here, eventually I'm going to get an awning to come up here, but with these eye bolts I can put like a tarp, kind of make like a makeshift awning kind of thing, or whatever other lines to like dry stuff on or hang stuff. Let your imagination go wild. So unlike the Tacomas, this does not have pre-installed nuts, so you can just bolt the roof rack onto the cab. Actually, I had to drill it, and trust me, it was not a fun process. It was really easy, the directions were pretty clear, but let's take a look on how I got this thing mounted up here in just a matter of a couple hours. So the least fun part of putting this whole roof rack on, and I did do this myself, was of course drilling holes into the top of my truck. You can see there's two holes you'll have to drill here. There's one in the middle, and then 2 more down at the end. Now the way this works is they have a really good measurement system. You'll start measuring from, I believe it is like right here, certain like back. You have to cut out this little weather stripping, as you can see here. Cut out the weather stripping, They have precise measurements for like where to put your holes and so on and so forth. The instructions do a pretty good job. The only thing I would recommend is before you drill these holes, right, obviously mark them up, but then start with a really small bit so that way you can work up to the bit that you need for this. They use crush nuts or plus nuts that go down in here, and then of course I just siliconed the living crap out of this. Eventually I'm gonna get some black silicone so that way, like when it rains and stuff, I have a bunch of water that'll build up in here, so when I start moving it'll fall off the edge and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, overall I would recommend having somebody professionally do this, but if you're confident enough and crazy enough, I should say, to drill into the roof of your truck, it's not really a bad install. I did this in a matter of a couple hours. One thing I do want to note real quick, if you have this little shark fin antenna thing like I do, you will not be able to mount this crossbar right here on this far back position. I have it right here, and it doesn't affect it at all. There's still plenty of room in here. But yeah, I haven't had really an issue with this at all. You can see I just got a couple things mounted with a lot more stuff to come. Eventually I'm gonna get like a hard case to mount here. We'll get an awning on this side, and of course Heretic light bar up front, which Heretic does make a light bar specifically for this roof rack, so plan to roll with that. So there you have it. That's my review of the Prinsu roof rack for the Rams. They will work for all the 1500, 2500, and the 3500. Personally, I think this looks fantastic on my Rebel. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, so I'm super glad to have it. Can't wait to see what kind of fun mods and stuff I do to it. Stay tuned to the channel. Go ahead and check out our Facebook, Patreon, all that kind of good stuff, Instagram. So thanks for being a supporter. We'll see you guys in the next one.